what index fund should you buy? What index fund should I buy? Basically, you've heard your favorite YouTube finance guy or girl say, oh, just buy index funds or ETFs and allow it to cook. But when you get into that app, you're confused because there are multiple index funds, and you see even the one you want to buy, you say, oh, I want to buy S&P 500 or FTSE All World Index. You get there and you can't even tell because there are many options. I'm going to tell you, but before I do that, I'm Dr. Andy Egwim. I'm the founder of MONEYWISE.com. I'm a former salaried NHS GP and I've been an investor for 21 plus years, and investing or entrepreneurship helped me hit my financial independence 3 years ago, allowing me to leave my salary job. So let's just jump into it. How do you decide? Again, number one, it depends on your goals, your financial goals. What are you investing for? Are you investing for your retirement? Are you investing long term for any goal in particular? Two, what's your risk tolerance? How much risk are you able to take and still sleep at night without worrying? And number three, what's your capacity to bear loss? If your funds went down by 50%, will you be too worried? So what's your attitude to what we call volatility? That's the starting point. But now let's move on to how to decide. Now there are three things to think about. From first principles, the main reason most people go for a broad, well-diversified index fund instead of individual stocks is because they want to diversify. That's the first thing you have to think about. Now, when you think about diversification, you have to think, how far do I want to diversify? I'll give you an example. If you decide to go and buy like FTSE 100 as an index, you go in, you search in your platform, you find FTSE 100. That will represent the top 100 companies in London Stock Exchange by size, but that doesn't give you diversification across countries. It just means you're limited to one geographical area. Also, the companies in the top 100 in London Stock Exchange are probably not a good representation of the rest of the market in the world. That means you're going to be missing out big companies like Google, Apple, Nvidia, basically like the tech giants are not in London. So that means just buying the FTSE 100 hasn't given you that diversification that you might be looking for. Now, the second option is you might think, oh, maybe I'll just go for a broad, well-followed, well-tracked index fund like S&P 500, which has done quite well for several years. And you've seen my articles in the past, if you've seen them, that, okay, actively managed funds actually failed to be the S&P 500 for many years. So the passively managed S&P 500, which also represents the top 500 companies in the US. But the problem with the S&P 500 is that it's limited in geography. That means you're putting all your chips in one country. I know it's a big country, America. Actually, I think the stock market in America probably represents about 40 to 50% of the stock market. But then you're missing out the other 50%. But then you might want to go global. So you look at the FTSE All World Index. So FTSE All World Index will then incorporate developed economies, emerging economies. So that way you're diversifying a bit more. But here's the truth. At the end of the day, irrespective of what you decide to choose, you still need to know some basic technicalities.